Hello everyone, and welcome to our summary video of a project we titled Ecosystem in a Box. This project was a semester assignment and is intended to show simple applications for procedurally generated content as well as artificial intelligences. We chose a killer rapper with Paleolithic beasts just because we wanted to see a giant sloth in action as well as some other stuff. Our code base is going to be available and linked below, so please feel free to play around with and improve our simple design. We began with creating a world to live in. We chose a pretty basic procedural generation method called the trunk and walk. Our initial starting point takes a random seed and a desired tile count and then moves left or right or up or down, skipping spots that have already been placed, and just kind of goes all over the place randomly. This allows us to experiment with different seeds until we find a map layout and a size that we really like. Once our map generates and decides its own bounds, we iterate through the rest and fill in the empty spots with water tiles, completing our map layout. And the trunk and walk, there's a lot of different ways to optimize it, and once you get that whole random deciding where to place a tile going on, it's pretty easy to kind of just experiment and optimize ways of doing it to speed up your process. So once we have our tiles laid out and our map generating how we want it, we gave our tiles a chance to spawn vegetation along with itself as it gets placed into the map. We have these nice little grass growths that can spread out and grow, as well as these bushes that kind of grow taller and wider. The grass is going to continue to spread and spread with each new growth, being just like the one before it, with the ability to grow new offshoots, and eventually it would cover the entire map. With our plant growth working how we wanted it, we were able to throw in our AI herbivores who have a range of detection that allows them to know what's all around them. They have these little displays that show which action they're currently performing, whether they're just wandering around, hunting, eating, mating, or whatever it may be. When wandering, they just choose random directions to go, similar to how our map chose to grow itself with the trunk and walk. However, they tend to travel straight a bit longer. They'll pick a destination point further in the distance, not just choosing one step at a time. When hunting, however, they're going to find a specific target as well and head that way. So they'll target a piece of grass, and it might be a few patches of grass away, but they'll go and attack that and then eat it. And it's the same type of logic and behavior when they find a mate. You might have a lot of animals interacting and around each other, but a male may skip a few females to go mate with the one that it's chosen. They'll meet up, and upon mating, they grow very hungry from all their hard work. The female will seek out some food to eat during her gestation period, while the male will go off and find a sandwich or something. Once the female reaches the end of her gestation period, which can be a randomized value, the babies will spawn from their mother and then seek food to help them grow. They're spawned with random genetics similar to their parents, allowing for some variability. Once we had our simple food chain of grass and herbivores working, we added in our predators. They behave very similarly to our herbivores, except for, of course, their food taste. Our herbivores are going to try to wander away from predators, but a lot of them aren't lucky enough to escape. However, we did make it so all the animals here, they favor food that's already prepared for them, so carnivores are going to eat the meat from a kill before going off and killing again. That way, we prevent getting any serial killer saber cats. With our food chain fully established, we just built a few more animals to add into our world and make it come to life. The tiles are given a random chance to spawn animals as well as their random chance to spawn vegetation, so there is variance with each seed that we try. Here we see the animals going about their business, hunting bushes, deer, sloths, whatever it may be. Crocodiles are the only ones that are able to go through the water as well as get up on land. The rest of them have to walk around water sources. And we can let this run until an apocalypse happens, whether it's an extinction of herbivores leading to extinction of carnivores and overgrowth of plant life, or whether it's the overeating of plants leading to the extinction of all. A lot of different things can happen here. We have noticed a bit of an unintended trend that we're kind of happy with. Eventually the animals end up in the center of the map, kind of like a herd. The carnivores kind of just herd all the herbivores together and feed off of them. The herbivores try to avoid them, and they just end up kind of corralled. Well, that does it for our basic overview of our project. We hope that this video shows that you can put together some pretty incredible things fairly simply. Some basic randomization and procedural generation will give you a world full of animals eating, killing, surviving, or whatever you tell them to do. We see a lot of ways that this could be built up and expanded on, perhaps even included in some video games. We hope that this video will be an inspiration to some to build a more advanced ecosystem or version of this. Thanks for taking the time to watch, and happy coding!